What's good, YouTube? Man, I know it's been a minute since I done did a tutorial, but it's been hella busy though. And before I get started, man, shout out to all the haters, man. I done seen a lot of hater comments on my videos. It's all good, man. If you don't like the tutorials, you ain't gotta watch, player. But to all the people, you feel me, who show love, I appreciate the love, man. So you feel me? I see a lot of people want a detailed tutorial on the zombie effect or zombie look. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for y'all real quick. Feel me? And yeah, this ain't your average tutorial. I talk how I want to talk, and if you don't like it, then get the F off my channel, player. Yeah. So let's get this shit popping. So first off, yeah, I use Leonardo DiCaprio. So I'm gonna duplicate the layer. There's many ways you can do this. Easiest way is Control J or Command J if you use weak ass Mac. So I'm gonna zoom in, go down here to the zoom tool, zoom in a little bit. First thing I'm gonna do is change the eye color. So what I do is I go like this. So go up to your polygonal lasso tool, and what you want to do is I'm gonna circle around just this part of the eye, the iris, because that's the color I want to change first. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start creating the outline. Don't worry if it's a little rough. Uh, just do it best you can. It's gonna be kind of a long tutorial, so just let you know ahead of time. Now I want to do these two together. I don't want to do them separately. So what you do is hold down Shift, and you can add a selection. Just keep holding Shift while you select the other eye, so that you can just do it together. All right, so we got both selected. So what you want to do next is right click, and what I like to do is feather it a little bit. Maybe like I already got it set here to 3. Press OK. Then right click again and click layer via copy. So this makes a copy of the eyes on its own layer. So I can change the eyes on its own without affecting the other image, the main image. So I'll show you real quick. So I'm gonna bring up my hue and saturation, Control U, and see what you could do is like, since you have, hold on, it's not gonna be that drastic of a change, but since I have the eye selected, um, I can change it, light to dark or whatever. But it's not gonna really make that much of a change like I wanted to. So I'm just gonna set that back to 0, 0, and click OK. And then I'm gonna click this right here, lock transparent pixels, so that when I press this, I get my brush, go to like a dark red or whatever color you want it. I like red. And then when I draw on it, let's see. Oh, I have a different brush selected. So you just pick your soft brush, whatever. And the way you lower the size of the pixel is just a left bracket, sorry, makes it smaller. Right bracket makes it bigger. So I'm just going to color over the eyes. And since I have this selected, it won't go inside the other part. It'll just make sure the opacity is up too. I just color right over it and it won't go all over the place, see? And then what I'll do is change the opacity to something that looks cool. This is your preference. I'm just going to do it to whatever I feel looks nice to me. And that looks the best to me right there. So I'm just going to name this layer red eyes. So I know what it is. Now I want to change the whole eye itself to kind of like a blind eye look. So what I'm going to do is come back down here, make sure your main layer is selected. And I'm going to go back to the polygonal lasso tool. And I'm going to select the whole eye. And do the same thing we did with the iris. Hold down shift so we can do both eyes together. Alright, so now we do the same thing, same process. Right click, feather, 3 pixels. Then right click again, layer via copy. And we can name this, we'll bring it above the red eye so it'll be above. Actually, no, leave it like it is, sorry. We'll name it white eyes or something. White eyes. So select the lock transparent pixels, get your brush, and what I do is just select white. Now, see here, it kind of like it's too white. So just Control Z that. That's how you get rid of it. I'm gonna bring the opacity down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just color over it. Just kind of like, just not too much, just kind of light. And then do the same thing on this eye. And since you got this selected, it won't go all over the place. And that's a little parts like at the top here that ain't covered. I mean, I could have probably selected it better, but I'm not. You can do that on your own, but for the sake of tutorial, I'll just leave it like it is. Alright. So now let's zoom out a little bit. Hold down Alt with the zoom key to zoom out. So you got kind of like the blind eye look. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my burn tool. And exposure, that's 50%, that's whatever. I don't really mess with these too much. I just do it how it is. So I just go to my main layer, or you can make it its own layer if you want to change it later. But I'll just leave it like it is and just go ahead and like just burn under their eyes, kind of, add some depth in there or whatever you call it. I don't know. And you can do as much as you want. I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, that looks cool. Alright, yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, let's see. Now, I want to add maybe like a little red under his eyes. So I'm going to make a new layer, go down here to the layer, create new layer. Click that. I'm just going to do like red under eyes. You name it whatever you want, just something that will help you remember. So go ahead and get my brush tool. Select a dark red. That's cool. So, and you can bring the opacity up. It's gonna look weird at first. You can play with it a little bit, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just color under here with just like that and that. And then we're gonna change the blend mode to soft light, so it kind of fixes it a little bit. And then what you could do is take the eraser tool, just kind of enlarge it a little bit, and just kind of maybe erase a little bit so it's not too strong or overwhelming, just a little touch. And then let me add a little more in here. So yeah, I like how that looks. And just, touch it up a little bit. Alright. So now, since I got the blood under the eyes, I'm just going to go ahead and get my smudge. Was it the smudge or the sponge? I think it's a sponge tool. No, it's not that one. Not the dodge. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Smudge tool, I was right. So anyways, I already know some hater gonna say something about that part. Hey, forget you. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and This is optional, but you can kind of, add a little more to it. Maybe, drag this blood down. Just add a little detail. Just however you want to. I'm not going to do too much with it. Just something, a little like that. Maybe up there somewhere. And, yeah. So just something like that. Okay. Now, let me zoom out. Now, you don't have, you could, another way to zoom out, you do Control 0, the number 0. And it brings it out like that. Or Command 0, whatever you use. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna get, so I have a stone texture here that I'm gonna use. I'll have the link to these images in the description, or you can just Google stone texture or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and just bring this over and drop it. Make sure it's at the top. Let's name it stone texture. Alright, let's see. So we just bring it over that, and then we're gonna go to layer, layer mask, hide all. So now I created a mask over here. So in order to reveal it, we're gonna go ahead and go to the brush tool, and with the white in the foreground, we're just gonna draw over. So you see how it comes out, but that's too much. So I'm just gonna, all you gotta do is switch this to black, the foreground to black, which you can do with X, and that brings back the regular picture. So I'm gonna bring the opacity down to about 35%, or whatever percentage you want. And then just kind of bring it out in the forehead. Oh, sorry. Make sure the white's selected. And she gets a little strong too. I'm gonna bring that down a little bit more. Maybe 24, 25%. Just kind of bring it in a little bit. They're bringing in too much. This just adds a little something to the picture. And then I'm gonna change the blend mode. Let's see, just to make it a little interesting. And like I said, this is your picture, so you can do whatever you feel looks good. I mean, you don't have to use that rock texture if you don't want to. I like how that one looks. And then you can maybe do Control U, and maybe bring the saturation of it down a little bit. I don't know if that will work. Actually, let's see. Yeah, I don't think it won't work with that. I guess it'll work with lightness. You could adjust the lightness or something, and oh yeah, see, okay. So you bring the saturation. Maybe play with the coloring a little bit or something. I don't know, man. I just play around with these things, see what looks good, and just try new things. But let's just see. That looks cool. Look like it blends in with the skin a little better, and maybe you could bring out a little more. You could bring up the opacity a little bit. Make sure you have make sure you have the mask black screen part selected when you're coloring, or it's not gonna work right. So let's just bring in a little bit more. And that's good to me. I don't want to put too much on there. Alright. Okay, let's see. So let's go to our brushes. Let's create a new layer. We're going to name this face blood. So let's see. I have some blood brushes. I'll put a link to download some for yourself. But let's see. this is just all creativity, you know, whatever you want to do. So let me see, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit on the lips because that's where I want to put it. And you see this one already kind of curves a little bit, so it looks kind of like it'll fit on the mouth anyway. So again, go back, let's pick a dark red. And then let's place it, you know, where it kind of looks like it fits. Oh, sorry. Forgot to change the opacity back to 100. So let's put it like right there. And then change the opacity. I mean the blend mode, sorry. And just kind of see, you know, what looks the best. I like that one. Now you see here, it looks kind of like it doesn't look legit because it's kind of like a little space missing right there. I'm detailed. I like to get it good. So what you could do is go to Edit, Transform, and Warp, and just play with these a little bit to adjust it to bring it, you know, more into the mouth area. So it's in that dark part. So it looks like it's really coming from the mouth. So when we zoom out, you got a little blood there coming out. And then let's see, I have more blood. Let's see, let's add a little blood to his nose, coming out his nose. So let's zoom in and decrease the brush size with the left bracket. And you can just put it on the same layer, so it already has that same blend mode, and just kind of put it like in there somewhere. And this blends in with that dark part, so you can't really tell uh, anything is missing or whatever. Alright, so now we got some face blood going on. It's looking pretty good. Alright, now a couple things that's going to be optional that I'm going to do. First thing, I'm going to go into the skull image. You might have seen this in my Wiz Khalifa, but it was a different skull. I'm going to use this magic wand tool. I see a lot of people saying that they can't find it. It is right here. So the arrow, the rectangular marquee, lasso, and now the magic wand. So you got to hold this down and then pull up the extra hidden tools. So I'm going to go ahead and select this background to delete it. So select it. Oh, again, first thing I forgot to say, this layer is going to be locked. So you want to double click it to unlock it. So now that I have this background selected, I'm going to go Control X to delete it. And I'm going to click in here to get rid of this little white part. Control X or Command X. Now that deletes the background from the image. So I'm going to drag this skull over at the regular image. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Whoops. And let's decrease the size. Shortcut Control T or Command T. Hold down Shift while you're minimizing so it won't distort. It'll stay the same size. So, and what I like to do when I'm sizing it up is change the opacity so I can see kind of where it fits. And let's see, that kind of matches up good with his face. So let's change the opacity back. Change this to skull. Go to layer, layer mask, hide all. Now, this is where we have a little fun. So we have the mask selected just like we did with the stone texture. We're going to select our brush tool and make sure you have the white in the foreground. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to bring the opacity down just so it's not too, it doesn't pop out too much. And I'm going to kind of bring in the cheekbones. That's the parts I want to kind of bring in. And so just do that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and change the opacity. Now I'm gonna keep this one here, and I'm just gonna adjust it a little bit. I'm gonna bring the opacity up a little bit and bring it out a little more. Just trying to give it just a little. Actually, I'm gonna color over the eyes also. Oops. Alright, so I'm gonna do the eyes first. So before the cheekbones. So now you see that's a little overwhelming. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down some. Make sure the black is in the foreground. Let's delete some of this. Kind of really give it that scary look. All I did was, color in the eyes with the white in the foreground. Now if I go ahead and do the black and just color over it, it deletes it. So uh, nothing too difficult. Now I'm going to bring in the skull one more time. Now this time I'm going to do it kind of for the eye bones and the cheekbones. Control T, hold down Shift. Oops, rotated it. Hold down Shift, bring it down. Let's see, bring the opacity down a little bit. Let's see, kind of match it up. All right, bring the opacity back up. And image, let me edit, no, layer mask, hide all. Brush tool, white, make sure the white is selected. And then let's like bring in some cheekbone and eye bone. And I'm gonna bring that down some, so don't worry. I'm just gonna so I can get an idea of how I want it to look. I like this because it kind of blends in with the skin. So that's overlay. And this color right here, I forgot to say, was color burn. That's the blend mode I used for the first goal when I colored in the eyes, color burn. And the second one is overlay for the eyes, for the eye bones. So it's going to delete a little bit of the side right here. And then let's see, maybe bring that a little bit. Bring it a little bit up here. Kind of really give it that kind of skeleton look. Now, you could even play with this part too, but I'm not. Let's see how it look. Yeah. You can play with those settings also, with the mouth and all that stuff. So yeah, I like how that's looking right now. I mean, that's pretty much like the look I was going for. Just adjust this a little bit. Let's see. Yeah. So this is kind of pretty much what I did in the first tutorial. Just this is more detailed. Now you could change the background. That's totally up to you. I have a what you could do is go ahead and get the magic wand tool, and you could delete this background, but you'd have to see. We're gonna close that. make this one invisible. And then we're going to delete this background. And then we're going to delete that. Might delete some of his hair, but whatever. And then I have a background that I got offline. And then all you got to do is just bring it over and put it under this layer. And just adjust the size a little bit. And you have a cool little background there. Oh, we got that part still, but let's see, there's a little part up here. Oh, deselect. I could probably just erase that part. Let's see. Zoom in a little bit. Oops, close that. And just like, erase some of this. And oops. Alright, and then yeah. So there you have it. It's a little zombie tutorial. And also one thing I forgot to do earlier, you can kind of maybe darken this a little bit. Control M. Sometimes it doesn't work, but adjustments, curves, kind of make them a little darker, give it more detail. And then one final step I like to do is right click, flatten image. And you can get rid of that's just asking if you want to keep the original picture. You just click OK. And then duplicate. Go to filter, other, high pass. Actually Control Shift U, or you can just go to image adjustments, black and white, or gray, whatever. Yeah, Control Shift U or Command Shift U, and then go to filter, other, high pass. Do about a 5, and then change the blend mode. And then there's this one on here that kind of brings it out. And then there you go, like linear light, kind of has a lot of detail. Or you could use the vivid light. They all make it look a little better. Gives it a little more pop. Hard light looks pretty good. So yeah, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. I don't care. I like my haters. But yeah, I'm gonna be coming out with some stuff pretty soon, some more stuff. In the comments below, let me know if you want to know about anything else. And yeah, man, follow me on Instagram at Steam Production. I'll have it in the description. Facebook, Vine. I do make funny vines. I'll have my Vine name in the bottom, so yeah, keep in contact with your boy. I'm out.